Hello students, welcome back once again to the expert lecture series organized by PYK College of Commerce. In the previous video, you studied comprehension and appreciation of two poems, that is, Song of the Open Road and Indian Weavers. Today I am going to deal with all the remaining four poems. The first poem that I have chosen for you is The Inchcape Rock. The Inchcape Rock is a ballad that tells us about the legends of the Inchcape Rock. The story is about the kind-hearted abbot and the devilish Sir Ralph the rover. The abbot placed a bell on the dangerous Inchcape Rock that had previously caused many shipwrecks. His bell rang during the storms and gave warning to the passing ships, so the sailors could avoid the danger of an accident. They used to bless Abbot for his good work. But Sir Ralph was jealous and he cut the bell. He was actually a sea pirate, so he cut the bell with an intention of robbing ships. But finally, he himself was the victim of the Inchcape Rock. One day, his ship lost the direction and crashed against the rock. Thus, the rover was punished for his sinful work. Here, the poem gives us a message that as you sow, so shall you reap. Now let us see the activities based on this poem. This is always a question 3 in the board examination. And the question is like this. Read the given extract and complete the activities given below. The poem is there on page number 106. This activity is for 10 marks. Let us first read the poem. Canst hear, said one, the breakers roar, for methinks we should be near the shore. Now, where we are, I cannot tell, but I wish I could hear the Inchcape bell. They hear no sound, the swell is strong. Though the wind hath fallen, they drift along, till the vessel strikes with a shivering rock. O Christ, it is the Inchcape Rock. Sir Ralph the rover tore his hair. He cursed himself in his despair. The waves rush in on every side. The ship is sinking beneath the tide, but even in his dying fear, one dreadful sound could the rover hear, a sound as if with the Inchcape bell, the devil below was ringing his knell. This was the poem. So let us begin with the activities. Activity A1, first activity is for 2 marks. The activity is say whether the following statements are true or false and correct the false statements. First statement, the sailor cursed himself in despair. Second one, Sir Ralph was having dying fear. Third one, the sailors could hear the Inchcape bell. Last one, the ship was not able to move. Let us see the answer. The first one, the sailor cursed himself in despair, is false. So let us correct the statement and rewrite. The correct statement should be Sir Ralph cursed himself in despair. Second statement, Sir Ralph was having dying fear. True. Third statement, the sailors could hear the Inchcape bell. The answer is false. Let us correct the statement. The correct statement is this. The sailors wished they could hear the Inchcape bell, which was cut by Ralph. Next one. The ship was not able to move. This is false statement again. Let us correct it. The correct statement is the ship was drifting along definitely. Let us see the next activity. A2. Guess the reason for 2 marks. The sailors wished to hear the Inchcape bell. And the answer is this. Sir Ralph was sailing back to Scotland when the sea was rough and it was time of high tide. The Inchcape rock was hidden under the strong waves. At such times, the Inchcape bell used to alert the sailors about the portion of the rock and they would drift away. In the absence of the bell, the sailors were at a loss and were unable to make out where they were or how to find the way out, saving their vessel. Next activity is A3. Let us read the activity. Evils dig a pit for others but falls into the same. Give your opinion on this statement in the light of the poem Inchcape Rock. Again for 2 marks, this is a personal response type of question wherein your own personal opinion matters. The answer, this is my opinion, your opinion can be different. So this type of answer can be different for each and every student. Yes, I strongly believe in this saying as I feel there is a divine power which takes care of the goodness and does justice to those who deserve it. On the other hand, a crime can never go unpunished. It may not happen immediately, but one day or the other, the evil person has to pay a heavy price for his devilish thoughts and deeds. Next activity, which is based on the figures of speech, that is poetic devices. Again for 2 marks. Name and explain the figure of speech in the last 2 lines of the extract. Let us see what are those 2 lines. The lines are, a sound as if with the Inchcape bell, the devil below was ringing his knell. And the answer is metaphor. The figure of speech in these lines is metaphor because there is indirect comparison between the sound of the death bell, that is the funeral bell, and which is compared with the Inchcape rock bell. Activity 5 is based on the poetic creativity. Again for 2 marks. The question is, use any rhyme scheme to compose a poem of 4 lines on Inchcape bell. The answer can be like this. The title is Inchcape bell and the poem is like this. The Inchcape bell saved lives so many. They were the sailors, they blessed the abbot. Sir Ralph cut the bell without having reason any. He deserved punishment and punishment he got. Again, this kind of answer can be different from person to person. Next question, that is question 3b, is based on the poetry's appreciation. This is for 4 marks. The question is, read the given extract and write the appreciation of the given poem based on the following points. When you write an appreciation of a poem, you should take help of these points. The first point is about the poem, little bit about the poem and the title. Second point, about the theme of the poem, that is the central idea. Third point is about the poetic devices, that means figures of speech used in this poem, language and the style of the poem. Next point is values, message or morals that we learn from the particular poem. And last point is your opinion about the poem. So let us begin with this poem. We have taken this poem for an appreciation. Have you earned your tomorrow? I expect that you must have gone through this poem, and before you start writing an appreciation, you need to learn the poem, or you need to understand a poem thoroughly. Then only you can write down all these points very well. We have taken this poem for an appreciation. So just go through this poem. I'm not reading loudly this poem for you. You just go through the poem, read it from your textbook. Okay, let us start with an appreciation. First point, about the poem, poet and the title. So, first point is about the poet. Let us talk about the poet. Edgar Guest's poems are often inspirational and he has an optimistic view of everyday life. That's why he is known as the people's poet for his simple style and optimistic tone of writing. Little bit about the poem. Have You Earned Your Tomorrow is an inspirational poem in which poet asks direct questions to the readers whether they have done anything to improve the life of another human being or not. Each stanza proceeds from general to personal. The poet asks the readers about their contribution in the life of others. Let's talk about the title as well. He reminds the readers that time is flying fast and one needs to hurry up to make a positive impact on somebody's life so that person remembers that positivity and kindness. He hopes that the reader has not done anything rude to anyone. The poem concludes with the reminder that God has the final power to decide whether one deserves to have a tomorrow or not. He advises the readers to assess their contribution in others' life. The title is suitable as the poet wants to make it clear that if you perform good deeds today, you are assured to have better tomorrow. Tomorrow stands for future and human beings' future depends on their present behavior. Next point is about the poem's theme or the central idea. The poem has a theme of cautioning the readers about the impact of good deeds in one's life. The speaker keeps on reminding the reader that every one of us need to do what we can to bring positivity and courage in a person's life who is suffering in the absence of it. If a small gesture can bring smile and hope in others' lives, we should do that in order to please God, who will grant us a gift of tomorrow. Nothing comes free in life. Our tomorrow also has to be earned by us. Next point is about poetic devices, language and style. The poet has used the main figure of speech of interrogation because of all his queries in the form of questions. The questions are direct and easy to understand and does not require any special skill in order to interpret. The rhyme scheme of the four stanzas are AABB, CCAA, DDEE and FFAA. The poet uses quatrain stanzas, that means each stanza of 4 lines, to present 4 different situations in which a person can show his kindness and living improvement in the life of others. Next point is about values, message and morals. Here we can say that the poem gives us a message of considering the value of others. My behavior towards others will decide how others will remember me, positively or negatively. I need to behave well with others, not because they will appreciate me, but because that is the right thing to do. The poet is trying to say, do your duty and leave the rest to God. Next point, that is your opinion about the poem. I loved the theme of the poem since it is meaningful and motivational. It tells us the purpose of our life. As a human being, you need not be selfish and try to be good and kind to others so that you can secure your tomorrow. Earning your tomorrow is a beautiful concept put forth by the poet through this poem. I also learned that from my investment in good deeds is important to please the God. Now let us begin with the next poem, that is Father Returning Home by Dilip Chitre. It's an autobiographical poem where the poet shows loneliness of an old man in the modern society by depicting a picture of his own father returning home from the work. It is an account of an old man who does the hard work for his family but leads a monotonous life where no one is there to care for him, to converse with him, or to understand his feelings. The poem also expresses a generational separation between a father and a children. Let us begin with the activities based on this poem. Question 3a. Read the given extract and complete the activities given below. The poem is there on page number 116. This activity is for 10 marks. Let me read this poem loudly for you. My father travels on the late evening train, standing among silent commuters in the yellow light. Suburbs slide past his unseeing eyes. His shirt and pants are soggy, and his black raincoat stained with mud, and his bag stuffed with books is falling apart, his eyes dimmed by age. Fed homeward through the humid monsoon night. Now I can see him getting off the train. Like a word dropped from a long sentence, he hurries across the length of the grey platform, crosses the railway line, enters the lane. His chappals are sticky with mud, but he hurries onward. Home again, I see him drinking weak tea, eating a stale chapati, reading a book. He goes into the toilet to contemplate man's estrangement from a man-made world. This was the poem. So let us begin with the first activity, which is based on a global understanding. This is for 2 marks. Complete the web showing the poet's father returning home for 2 marks. There are 4 points which you need to find out in order to complete the web chart. The first point, silent commuters and dim yellow light in the compartment. Second point, suburbs slide past unnoticed by father. Third, late evening train. And last point, gets off on the grey platform. Second activity, poet Dilip Chitre deals with the theme of man's estrangement from a man-made world. Explain how the theme is used in this poem. This type of question is called an inference question. This is for 2 marks. The answer is like this. The line expresses the theme of the poem. The poet puts these words as deep thoughts of his father, who is visibly distorted by man's attitude towards a fellow human being just because he has crossed the prime time of his life. Alienation becomes a major problem for an elderly person who is affected by the monotony of life that gradually creeps in as he or she grows old. Through the thoughts of his father, the poet wants to highlight the insecurities of senior citizens. It is the poet's way of giving a wake up call to the younger generation to take care and protect the elderly people. Next activity is A3. Give your opinion about the senior citizens to handle the problems of loneliness. This is based on personal response. 2 marks. This can be the answer. I feel the senior citizens themselves have to find a way out. They need to develop their own hobbies, make friendship with other people of their generation, and spend their time in a fruitful way. They need to be as independent as possible and ignore the attitudes of the younger generation. This way, they can have a peaceful life without having any complaint against anybody. Next activity is based on poetic devices. Again for 2 marks. Name and explain the figure of speech from the following lines. Now I can see him getting off the train like a word dropped from a long sentence. The answer is simile. Writer's father's getting off from the train has been compared by the poet to the dropping of a word from a long sentence. Next activity is both based on poetic creativity for 2 marks. The question is, fill in the blanks with the lines of your own along with the lines from the poem. Now here 2 lines are mentioned and you have to fill in the blanks with 2 more lines that should be your own creativity. First line which is mentioned here is my father travels on the late evening train. Second one you have to fill. Third one, standing among silent commuters in the yellow light. The answer can be my father travels on the late evening train. He is tired, not interested to enjoy the scene outside. Standing among silent commuters in the yellow light, accepted monotony of the journey as a part of his life. Now let us move to the next question, which is based on the appreciation, again for 4 marks. Read the given extract and write the appreciation of the given poem based on the following points. Once again, let us see what are those points. The first point is about the poem, about the poet and the title. Second point is about the theme of the poem, that is the central idea of the poem. Third point is about the poetic devices, that means figures of speech, language and style of the poem. Next point is about the values, the message and morals that we learn from that particular poem. Last point is about your opinion about that poem. Now the poem that we have taken for appreciation is Money, which is on page number 122. Full poem will be provided to you in the exam for an appreciation. Before that, you need to learn the poem. You must understand the theme, the central idea and the other aspects of the poem so that you can write an appreciation very well. You should mention a little bit about the poet and other points. Let us discuss the first point. The first point is about the poet, poem and title. About the poet. William Davies was a Welsh poet and a writer. He published his first volume, The Soul's Destroyer, and other poems. Through this poem, the poet has showcased his self experienced philosophy about money and personal happiness. All his poems and lyrics have a force and simplicity. Let's talk about the poem. The poem talks about the rich man who wants to be a poor man to find the real happiness. It is when we don't have money we realize its importance. It is a reflective poem that deals with the poet's status both as a rich man and as a poor man. The poet has nicely depicted a connection between the money and personal happiness. Let's talk about the title. In this poem, the poet expresses his self-experience and his wisdom that money makes the world go round. When the poet had money, he had a very big circle of friends. Many false friends would come knocking at his door. These friends used to often visit him as they thought that they could benefit from being with a wealthy man. But when he became poor, these so-called friends left him all alone. This made the poet realize that his big circle of friends was actually fake. Money is the root cause of every happening. So, this is a suitable title. Second point is theme or the central idea of the poem. The theme of the poem is the inverse relationship between money and happiness. Since the poet had many false friends during his time of richness and much fewer but real friends when he has become poor. The theme of the poem is the dual aspect of money. A rich man has many false friends and he lacks true happiness, whereas a poor man has few friends who are true and real. Thus, he is enriched with goodness and happiness. Next point is about poetic devices, language and style of the poem. The poem consists of 5 stanzas of 4 lines each. It has a simple narrative style. Alliteration, antithesis, inversion, simile, onomatopoeia and repetition are the figures of speech used in this poem. The poet has made use of vivid imagery, for example, wives hum like bees, or came knocking all day at my door, and then felt I like a child that holds a trumpet that he must not blow. These lines effectively present the visuals. The rhyme scheme of the first 4 stanzas is ABCB and of the last stanza is ABAB. Next point is about the value or message that we learn from the poem. The message of the poem is that to experience true joy and happiness, one need not be rich and wealthy. It is not necessary for the poor to become rich as necessary it is for the rich to become poor. One can actually enjoy true happiness when one becomes poor. Your opinion about the poem? I like this poem because it reveals the real worth of money. It also clarifies the false and fake beliefs about the rich and the poor. Understanding the real worth of people, true happiness and value of money in an early age is actually a blessing. This poem certainly teaches a valuable life lessons to all. So this is my personal opinion. Everyone's opinion can be different. So you have to write your own opinion. That's it for this video. The next video will update you more about the appreciation and mind mapping. So keep reading and all the best. Thank you.